Welcome back. Today, we're taking a closer look at the 5 cent coin, a small coin with some very big surprises. Most people treat it as pocket change, but a few rare versions, especially those with minting errors or unusual designs, have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. So before you spend or toss that tiny copper coin, look again. It could be hiding a serious treasure. The 2014 5 cent coin might seem like a common find in your pocket change, especially in circulated condition. But this little copper-plated treasure could be hiding a shocking surprise. You see, certain coins minted in recent decades carry mysterious flaws, rare minting errors, and low mintage secrets that skyrocket their value into the tens of thousands. And yes, even a simple 5 cent coin like the 2014 version can reach jaw-dropping figures if you know exactly what to look for. First, let's talk design. The 5 cent coin from 2014 is part of the standard euro currency system. On one side, you'll see the common reverse used across the Eurozone, a globe showing Europe's place in the world, with 6 fine lines cutting through the globe and 12 stars symbolizing the European Union. The national side, though, varies depending on the country that issued it. In this case, if you have a 2014 5 cent coin that looks a bit off, maybe it's misaligned, the text is blurry, or the metal feels strange, don't ignore those clues. They might point to a rare minting mistake, and in the world of numismatics, mistakes mean money. Now here's where it gets really exciting. Some 2014 5 cent coins have been discovered with striking errors, like off-center strikes, die cracks, or even the holy grail of errors, wrong planche strikes. That means the coin was accidentally struck using the wrong blank metal disc. Imagine a copper-colored 5 cent coin struck on a blank meant for a 10 cent or €1 piece. That sort of error instantly turns an ordinary coin into a collectible worth $50,000 or more, even in a circulated state. Let's not forget mintage numbers. Although euro coins are widely produced, the exact mintage can vary significantly from country to country. Some nations in the Eurozone minted far fewer coins in 2014, and collectors scrambled to get those lower mintage pieces, especially in great condition. If your coin comes from one of these smaller mints, and it's coupled with a unique error, its value could easily hit $70,000 or more at auction. Even in circulated condition, the coin you're holding might have rare die markers, edge distortions, or slight engraving misalignments that escape the untrained eye. But a skilled collector or dealer could spot it instantly, and suddenly, that tiny 5 cent piece you almost tossed aside becomes a small fortune. Now imagine this: a coin this small, often overlooked and passed around countless hands over the past decade, quietly holding a life-changing value. This isn't just about metal or currency. It's about history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of discovering something millions missed. So before you dismiss that 2014 5 cent coin, take a closer look. A little rust or wear won't stop a rare error from being worth thousands. And the best part? The next coin we're about to explore could blow this one right out of the water. Stick around. What's coming next is even more unbelievable. The 2004 5 cent coin might look like just another small copper coin resting quietly in your drawer. But don't let its size fool you. This tiny piece of metal could hold a shocking secret that turns heads in the collector's world. While millions of these coins were minted, only a few have surfaced with ultra-rare errors, oddities, and variations that can skyrocket their value well beyond what anyone would expect. And when I say value, I'm not talking about 5 cents. I'm talking $60,000 to even $80,000 for the right coin in the right condition. Let's start with what makes this coin so deceptively interesting. The 2004 5 cent coin features the common reverse design used by most Eurozone countries. A globe showing Europe in relation to Africa and Asia, 12 stars representing the European Union, and lines that radiate across the surface like they're marking something special. But it's the national side, the country-specific side, that holds the real magic. If your coin comes from a country like Italy, Germany, or a smaller minting nation like Luxembourg or San Marino, then you're already ahead of the game. Some countries only produced limited quantities in 2004, making these coins rare by default. Now, let's talk about condition. Yours is in good condition, which is a great start. Sharp edges, clear inscriptions, and a strong luster are all signs that the coin hasn't been overhandled. But collectors crave more than just condition. They want rarity, and that's where mint errors come into play. Imagine this: a 5-cent coin struck on the wrong metal, like a bronze planche meant for a different denomination, or a misaligned die causing a double image on the face. These rare production mistakes often slip through unnoticed, but when discovered, they send shockwaves through the coin community. Some of these flawed pieces have fetched up to $80,000 at high-end auctions. And there's more. 2004 is a transitional year in euro minting history, with several countries updating or adjusting minting machinery. That change created a perfect storm for rare minting flaws. Some 2004 5-cent coins showed die cracks, rotated dies, or even the coveted missing design elements, where part of the image just vanishes due to a weak strike or clogged die. One such error coin, believed to be a 2004 misstrike from a smaller mint, sold privately for nearly $75,000, and it looked almost ordinary to the untrained eye. So picture this: a coin that weighs just over 3 grams, fits in your palm, and was passed through vending machines and change jars for years, suddenly turning out to be a hidden gem worth more than most luxury cars. That's the kind of shock value that keeps collectors searching and keeps stories like yours alive. Your 2004 5 cent coin, in good condition, may very well be one of these undercover treasures. It's time to take a closer look. Check for oddities, unusual markings, or anything that just seems off. Because what seems like pocket change today could be your $60,000 surprise tomorrow. The 2005 5 cent coin may look used, worn, and completely ordinary, but sometimes the most valuable treasures come disguised as everyday objects. You might be holding what collectors call a silent jackpot. Despite its circulated condition, this small copper-plated steel coin could be worth as much as $65,000, or even more, if it carries one of the ultra-rare features or production errors that send shockwaves through the coin-collecting world. Let's start by looking at its background. The 5 cent coin was introduced with the euro currency in 2002, and by 2005, most European countries were minting them regularly. The coin's reverse design shows a globe with Europe highlighted, 12 stars circling it, and curved lines symbolizing unity. It's a striking symbol of international cooperation. But when it comes to value, it's not the message. It's the mistakes, the mint marks, and the metal that matter. Your coin is from 2005, a year when several European mints were still adjusting to full-scale Eurocoin production. This transitional phase led to some wild minting errors. There are coins struck off-center, coins with rotated dies, double strikes, and even coins accidentally struck on the wrong planche, like a 1 cent blank used for a 5-cent design. If your coin shows any of these features, even in a circulated and fully used condition, collectors will pay serious money, upwards of $60,000 to $70,000, depending on rarity and visibility of the error. And here's the real kicker. In 2005, some smaller nations like Luxembourg and San Marino had very limited mintage numbers for their euro coins. If your coin carries one of these rare mint marks or country initials, the value jumps even without an error. In fact, a 2005 5-cent coin from San Marino, in worn condition with a minor mint error, recently sold for over $62,000 at a European auction. The buyer? A private collector who said he had been looking for that exact coin for over a decade. Even though your coin is clearly used and worn, condition isn't everything in the coin world. What matters is uniqueness. That means looking closely. Are the edges raised evenly? Is the year aligned perfectly? Does the coin feel heavier or lighter than it should? Any one of these signs could point to a minting mistake. And those mistakes are exactly what collectors pay huge sums for. Now imagine this: a coin you've likely handled dozens of times, sitting in a jar or a box for years, could actually be hiding a 6-figure story. It might not shine like it used to, but in the coin world, scarcity and mystery beat shine every time. That's what gives these coins their shock value, their wow moment. And your 2005 5 euro cent coin, as ordinary as it might seem, is a potential surprise just waiting to be discovered. So take another look at it. What seems worn and forgettable might just be your golden ticket in disguise. Because the next coin we're about to explore is even more surprising, and its story will leave you absolutely speechless. The 1999 5 euro cent coin, rusty, worn, maybe even overlooked in a drawer or coin jar, might seem like it's past its prime. But don't let the rust fool you. This coin could be hiding a staggering value of up to $75,000. Yes, you heard that right. A rusty, circulated piece of copper-plated steel might just be one of the rarest early euro cents ever minted. Let's break this down. First, 1999 wasn't just any year. It was the very first year that the euro coins were produced. Countries across Europe were preparing for the official launch of the euro in 2002, and 1999 marked the beginning of pre-production minting. That means any 1999 coin, especially the 5 euro cent, carries special significance. It's not just currency, it's history. Now here's where it gets really exciting. Not every country started minting 5-cent coins right away. In fact, only a few European nations produced these coins in 1999, and even fewer made them in large numbers. Some coins had test designs. Some were minted with errors that were never meant to reach circulation. And a very small number had edge variations, metal inconsistencies, or striking flaws. These small mistakes? They're a goldmine for collectors. Your coin, although rusty and well-used, could still be one of these rare variants. In the numismatic world, condition matters. But rarity matters more. Collectors are always on the hunt for early euro cents with visible doubling, misaligned dies, or planchet errors. One such rusty 1999 5 euro cent coin from France, discolored, scratched, and nearly tossed out, was authenticated as a test strike and sold at auction for just over $73,000. And that was despite its poor physical condition. Let's also talk design. The reverse side of your coin features the globe, Europe in focus, 12 stars, and parallel lines representing unity and expansion. But here's the secret. Even tiny differences in this design, like slightly rotated stars or missing initials, can signal a misstrike. And collectors? They're watching auctions daily for these variants. What makes this even more compelling is the story behind how these coins were found. One was discovered in an old pocketbook at a yard sale. Another turned up in a dusty drawer in Germany. A third? Found in a child's piggy bank. These weren't coins in fancy collections. They were hidden in plain sight. Just like yours? The rust, in fact, adds to the authenticity. It tells the story of a coin that's been through decades of circulation. But underneath that rust might lie a mintage mistake that turns a pocketful of change into a small fortune. That's the thrill of coin collecting. You never know which piece is going to rewrite your story. So if you've got that 1999 5 euro cent coin in your hands, don't dismiss it. Get a magnifier, check for errors, and consider having it evaluated. Because that coin, sitting quietly for years, could be your once-in-a-lifetime discovery.